The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Health Department says they are in constant coordination with the World Health Organization regarding the emergence of the Omicron XE detected in Bangkok. Health authorities are still monitoring whether Omicron XE would be categorized as a subvariant of Omicron or an entirely new COVID-19 variant. In a statement, the DOH said that they are also constantly monitoring case trends and conducting genome surveillance amid the threat of new and existing variants. They also remind the public to continue following health protocols and to get vaccinated and boosted as soon as possible. The Health Department assures the public that the Omicron XE subvariant is less infectious than the previous Omicron variant. In an interview with The Big Story, Health Undersecretary Leopoldo Vega said that those infected with this new COVID-19 variant in Thailand remained asymptomatic. But Vega emphasized that the government needs to come up with better vaccination strategies to encourage more Filipinos to get inoculated.
It has been reported that it's going to be transmissible, but less infectious. So we hope that this is going to be less lethal compared with the Delta. We need to come up with better strategies really for improving the vaccination of the citizens around, and not just doing it in vaccination centers, but really going out into the different houses and rural areas and identify them through the local government units. There is still a substantial number of booster doses being given, and that's only about 12 million of the population.
However, 27 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines in the country are almost expired. This was confirmed by NTF Special Advisor Ted Herbosa in an interview with 1PH sa Totoo Lang. Although Herbosa said that some of the vaccines could still have an extended shelf life, he added that less than 1% of the COVID vaccines imported into the country have been wasted.
Alam ko less than 1%, mababa yung aming wastage. In fact, it's very low, one of the lowest. Kasi pagdating ng bakuna dito sa airport, we actually distribute them to the different parts of the Philippines. So, and then we expect the LGUs to be able to administer them to the citizens. So most of the time, meron lang silang tinatawag naming days to last, no? Talagang nailalabas nila.
Vaccination efforts in the city of Manila continue amid the detection of the Omicron XE in Thailand. And despite all available vaccine doses, authorities admit that there's now a low turnout of vaccinees, especially for booster shots. To tell us more about this, we now have Mon Gualvez. He's reporting to us live from Manila. Good morning, Mon. Could you tell us how many people have gotten their COVID-19 shot so far in that particular vaccine site?
Good morning, Charles. Vaccination efforts of the LGU against COVID-19 here in Manila is really ongoing. But if before inoculation sites are located in schools, now they are already in barangay health centers. The problem is, despite that it is available, people now seldom go to the health centers to get vaccinated, especially for the booster shot. For the entire morning, only those ages 5 to 11 went here in Belmonte Health Center in Sampaloc, Manila to get vaccinated. And while observing the whole morning today, people who only seek to get booster shot actually was only one, as we observed the whole morning. But their vaccines here in Belmonte Health Center are due to expire in 2023, and management here said there are still a lot of available vaccines on standby for some residents who would want to get inoculated. Charles.
Right, Mon, do we have the latest figures insofar as the number of vaccinated Filipinos in the country?
Well, in terms of numbers, Charles, right now, there are already 66 million vaccinated in the country from the target 90 million. In this number, only 12.1 million have already received their booster shots. Charles.
Right, given these numbers that don't seem to be matching the government's targets, Mon, what does the government intend to do about this, especially considering these new variants that seem to be appearing?
they are doubling their efforts, Charles. That's why, aside from the schools before, in which it is the inoculation sites for the residents or for the people, now they are putting the inoculation or the vaccination sites closer to the people, in which it is in barangay health centers. They're also providing some available vaccines in churches, in offices. To all means, they are doing a lot just to make the vaccines available and closer to the public. However, many residents are really thinking twice to get their booster doses because they are actually contented with the primary doses given to them before. Charles.
Thanks for that, Mon. That was Mon Gualvez reporting live from Manila. Residents of a housing compound in China are protesting strict lockdown restrictions. But videos of the protests are being censored by tech giant Tencent. Bloomberg's Shirley Shao gives us the details on Bloomberg Quick Take.
This is footage China doesn't want circulated. Residents of a Shanghai housing compound are protesting against the city's COVID lockdown measures. They've been confined to their homes since March the 2nd and have undergone over 10 rounds of mass testing. According to a person familiar with the matter, these videos are being actively censored from Tencent's WeChat platform. The person says Tencent told staffers the videos were taken down because they violated China's laws. A third video, which doesn't contain people chanting phrases like freedom, is allowed to remain online. A Tencent representative declined to comment. The censorship reflects China's growing dilemma over its COVID-0 approach as it takes a massive economic and social toll on the country. Some 71 million people across the country are in lockdown or imminently facing one. China is going through its worst COVID outbreak since the pandemic began in Wuhan, and Shanghai is at the epicenter with daily infections hitting 5,653 on March 30th.
Senator Coco Pimentel believes there's enough time for the Senate to conduct a probe into the unpaid estate taxes of the Marcos family. Speaking to 1PH sa Totoo Lang, Pimentel denied that his filing of a resolution for the Senate probe was politically motivated. And he explained that the investigation could aid legislation, as this allows them to assess possible issues with the Internal Revenue Code that prevents them from collecting the so-called world record estate taxes of the Marcoses. Pimentel added that the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is the proper panel to investigate the case.
National interest po ito because yun na nga, taxes, sabi ng Supreme Court, taxes are the lifeblood of the nation. We have a world record amount involved as estate tax. Tapos 20 plus years na, 25 plus years na, hindi pa rin makolekta. Kaya hindi ba tayo interesado malaman bakit hindi makolekta ito? Umabot pa Supreme Court ang labanan, tapos hindi rin makolekta. Bakit? Ganun ba kahina ang ating National Internal Revenue Code?
More incidents of crime were recorded in March as the government loosened COVID restrictions and more areas were placed under Alert Level 1. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza tells us more in this report.
While Metro Manila is in the most lenient COVID-19 Alert Level 1, the Interior and Local Government Department has seen a rise in the index crimes in March, particularly theft. In the CCTV footage, a robber can be seen forcing to open the windows of a car parked outside a restaurant along Sumulong Highway. The suspect also did the same thing to another car beside his first target. According to the victim, one laptop and a brand new camera were stolen from them. The Philippine National Police, for its part, is already investigating the case. Meanwhile, the ALG says the nation's total crime last month increased by 5%. From 28,200 incidents in February, it went up to almost 30,000 in March. Among the index crimes that rose in numbers are robbery, theft, and physical injury. The department attributes this to the relaxed health protocols as mobility is less restricted. This is not the case though in QCPD Police Station 8 as they had only recorded 4 index crimes last month. This is also lower than the 5 logged in February and 10 in January when Quezon City was still under alert level 2. Despite this, they still warns against complacency in public spaces. Authorities also reminded everyone to take good care of their belongings. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, We Are One News.
UAAP fans are welcomed back to the Mall of Asia Arena with an action-packed Tuesday for the men's basketball tournament. To give us the latest updates on the ground, we have Marty Bautista on the line from the MOA Arena itself. Marty, good morning. Could you tell us what it's like to finally have a live audience back for the UAAP Games?
Hi, Charles. I'm definitely feeling the school spirit here at the Mall of Asia Arena as students, spectators, and UAAP basketball fans have been allowed to watch live. After 2 long years, the drums are back to echo the arena and school cheers are hollering across the stands. The league has opened the gates of MOA Arena's lower box, upper box, and general admission. The court area is strictly prohibited for the coaching staff and players since they're still under the bubble format. Only fully vaccinated individuals will be allowed inside the venue, so vaccination cards and face masks are a must upon entry. At the moment, eating and drinking has not been permitted inside the stands. The capacity inside the arena has yet to be filled out as only a few people have come to watch this morning's game between DLSU Green Archers and the UST Growling Tigers. So, Charles, it's a packed schedule today with UP and Adamson playing next up, FU versus UE right after, and last, the much-awaited NU versus Ateneo matchup to end the day. Charles?
Thanks for that update, Marty. That was Marty Bautista reporting live from the Mall of Asia Arena. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.